Thank you so much for joining me for this session, and your kids are going to love the products you make for them, and Navratris are coming. They could also, make as good gifts for the girls who visit your place. So the basic tenet of all my workshops is that what you cannot eat, you should not be applying it on your body. And our babies, kids is more alkaline than us, and which is why we need to be much more careful about their skins. We cannot use our products on them. We cannot use their products on us. Many times because of the fragrance, we end up using a lot of baby products, which is actually not right. So products have to be made according to the pH, which is the power of hydrogen. So adult pH is in the range of 5 to 5.5, and baby's pH is in the range of 6 to 7. So our skin is slightly more acidic, so it is more adept to the environment. And baby's kids is more alkaline, which is why they get rashes and inflammation very quickly and easily. And we need to be very careful of what we use on them. So this is what we will be covering today in the workshop. There's a very short presentation followed by live demo of these 6 items written on the left-hand side. And there are some bonus recipes in the ebook, which are mentioned on the right-hand side. And do try out all these recipes. And whenever you have any doubt, do write to me. I'll be happy to handhold you through the process. So this is our workshop today. So why go natural? That is something I like to start my workshops with. When we have so many products available in the market, there are so many options to buy. You just have to go and buy and come back. Why take pains of ordering the ingredients? Why make products when it's all so easily available? It's because most of the products which are available in the market for kids and babies, they contain flame retardants, phthalates, formaldehydes, PPA, mineral oil. Most massage oils have got mineral oil because it's really cheap. And most of these ingredients, they cause skin allergies, inflammation, rashes, and in the long term, even cancer if they accumulate too much in the baby's bodies. Also, if these chemicals are a lot in the mother's body, in the mother's skin, because of the products we use on our bodies, then through the umbilical cord, these are passed on to the babies, which is why many times babies are born with birth defects or some abnormalities. It's because of excessive level of toxins in the mother's blood. So we need to go natural for ourselves as well as for the sake of our children. So these are the top products, the top chemicals which are prevalent in the personal care products, skincare as well as hair care products, which we need to avoid. I just want to throw some names so that when you start reading labels, and if you see any of these, you are not to buy those products. And as you can see, most of these are carcinogenic. Let's start with baby diapers. Baby diapers, they contain all these chemicals which are mentioned on the left-hand side: chlorine, dioxins, tributyltin, volatile organic compounds, fragrances. A fragrance, the word fragrance is a concoction of 30 to 100 chemicals. They don't even mention what constitutes the fragrance because they don't want the competition to copy them. But then they also keep us, in the dark about the ingredients, and many of these are toxic chemicals. There is also chlorine. The diaper is bleached because it has to look like beautiful white. Then there are dioxins and adhesives. I think we should consider, though I know it's a big hassle, but we should definitely consider going back to the old days and going back to cloth nappies. The main menace which started in our households is because of plastics. Plastics are everywhere, and plastics, especially the single-use plastic, they're causing a lot of damage to our environment, to our sea life, our waters, and a lot of plastic has got BPA, which leaches into our food, our personal care items. So either buy, something that is like BPA free, very good quality, or ideally avoid it altogether. Whatever you make, for yourself, buy glass bottles and glass jars and, store it in that. And that is definitely better. Even in the kitchen, try to switch from plastic and move to stainless steel and glass and wood as much as possible. So fragrance, like I mentioned, it is a concoction of 30 to 100 chemicals. And sometimes you see the word fragrance, sometimes you see the word perfume, and both of them are used interchangeably. And these are linked to hormone disruptions, breast cancer, reproductive issues, infertilities, allergies, bioaccumulation. I've used a lot of Dove in my childhood, and I've used it on my kids also, because I did not know back then that it is harmful or it is not a soap. So most of the soaps available in the market are actually not soaps. They are synthets or synthetic detergents. And a soap is made traditionally by mixing oils and lye and cooking them and curing them for 6 to 8 weeks. And then the final product is soap, which is like pH balanced. And neither the oil remains nor the lye remains. It's the resultant item is a new item, which is soap. Just like in water, you mix hydrogen gas and oxygen gas and you get water. And water is different from both the constituents. Similar thing happens in soap. And but because a traditional soap is expensive, because you require plant oils in it and butters in it, and it also takes 6 to 8 weeks to be cured, to be made, and people don't have that kind of time. These chemists have devised a new way to create soaps, which are actually detergents. They are just a mix of 15 to 20 chemicals. You just mix it all together, put it in a mold, and the soap is ready. So it happens the same day. So if you see the ingredients of the soap, at least I don't recognize most of these. And if I were to Google them, most of these are dangerous and toxic. And I don't see the 1/4 moisturizing cream, which I used to see in the ads, and the reason why I used to buy the soap. In case you want to go completely soap free and you don't want, because soap can be drying on some kids, you don't even want the soap, then you can move to Uptons and and use those. There's some people like even dadis and nannies, they used to bathe the babies with besan Upton. So that is one thing you could consider in case you don't want soap at all. But otherwise, the soap which we are making, it is definitely safer and better for the kids as well as babies vis-a-vis what is available in the market. In shampoos, the same thing continues. If you see the article on the left hand side, so baby shampoos are found to contain cancer-causing chemicals. So they're very, very dangerous. They smell good. The price is fine. That is why we buy these things. But if you were to decipher the ingredients, it's not safe at all. Most of us have used this toothpaste, and not just this toothpaste, about 90-95% toothpaste available in the market contain fluoride. Excess of fluoride causes brain impairment and damages. It is cancer causing. And just see the warning sign on this toothpaste, which we don't usually see. We see the name, we see the qualities on the front side, we see the price, and we buy. The warnings are always written on the back side next to the ingredients. And if something is carcinogenic, they have to mention a warning. Otherwise, you don't have to. So if they have to mention, there must be something. So always look at warning signs as well as the ingredients behind the label. And ideally, if there are any such warning signs, do not buy that item. Keep out of reach of children under 6 years of age. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away. So why do they have to write such warnings? Because it is poison. Talc. Most of us have used this on ourselves, on our babies. Talc is a naturally occurring mineral on planet Earth, and most of the talc that is found in Earth is found next to asbestos deposits, which is why talc gets contaminated. And this talc is like finely powdered and mixed with cornstarch, and then they add some fragrances to it, and that is how you get the various versions of talcum powders available in the market. Ideally, talc should not be used. It clogs the pores, and our body has to excrete by the way of sweat, and that doesn't come out, and that is not good for us, not good for us as well as the kids. So ideally, talc should be avoided. And a natural alternative for talc, if you have to use it, is you mix these powders in equal proportion, arrowroot or cornstarch, either or, kaolin clay and baking soda. And if you, this is like fragrance free. If you have sensitive skin, or if your child has sensitive skin, if you want to use any fragrance, you can put a few drops of essential oil, mix it well, and then put it in in a bottle or a jar. And with that puff that comes for talcum powder, you buy that, and you can use this talcum powder. But don't buy what is available in the market, because it contains traces of asbestos, and that can cause cancer if used consistently in the long run. On the right hand side, you see the ingredients of baby massage oil. The first ingredient is mineral oil. Also, these ingredients, when they are listed, they're always listed in the order of, like, descending order. So mineral oil is the most used ingredient in this particular recipe. And mineral oil, I used to feel, is full of minerals, so which is why they mentioned that. But now that I know, mineral oil is actually a petroleum derivative, and it causes skin cancer. And it is present in baby massage oils. I've also used this oil on myself, on both my boys, and now that I read about all these things, I feel so guilty about it. So we now move to the essential oil for babies and kids. Ideally, till 6 months of age, you should not use any essential oil at all. Try to keep it completely fragrance free. Just the soap paste that you get, the melt and pour soap paste, you melt it, you add some almond oil to it, and then you put it in a mold and you solidify, and that's it. That is the soap for babies. And ideally, do not add any essential oil. After that, from 6 to 24 months, you can go in for essential oils like lavender and chamomile. But the child is so small, and the child will not say, I want some fragrance. So you can also continue fragrance free if you want. And after 2+ years, you can use pretty much a lot of essential oils. After 10 years, there is no restriction. You can pretty much use anything on the child. But before 10, you have to be careful. Use as less as possible, and only the ones that are allowed, which I mentioned on the right hand side. Ideally, just stick to this list. I'm happy to share my presentation, all these slides which have information with you all, so that you can keep it as a reference. Any questions you have on any of these slides, please keep putting it in the chat window. I'll take it after the presentation is over. So that's it. That was the theory part. I kept it less so that we could spend more time in the live demos. Are there any questions, Shweta, or do we start with the first recipe?
There are a few questions. So I'll start with the first one. If a child, so I think you mentioned about using uptan and besan. So if a child is allergic to smell of besan, what to do?
Oatmeal. Then you can use oatmeal. Oatmeal is also very safe powder to be used on the kids. Okay. Powdered oats.
Archana says, can we get the recipe of this last slide? I really don't know which one is she referring to. So, Archana, all the recipes are going to be there in the ebook.
Last slide. Oh, you mean this? This slide?
So I'll move on to the next question. Can we use baking soda for kids?
Sorry, Shweta, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, can we use baking soda for kids?
Yes.
Okay. And are the milk and pour soaps safe for kids?
So they're much better than the Syndex available in the market. So it's like a lesser devil. They do contain some preservatives. So they're not in that sense 100% chemical free, but they just have 1 or 2% of those preservatives. And the preservatives also used these days are natural and eco certified. They're biodegradable. So it is safe to use. And I mean, I use these soaps, but there are some people who don't even want to use them, and they are very strict about being completely chemical free. So them, I recommend that they should go completely soap free, and they should move to Uptons instead for themselves as well as their children.
Okay, so which soap base did you mention in which you said we can add almond oil and make soap? I think that you will cover in your recipes, right?
We will just be covering. So shea butter soap base is very safe to use for kids. So that is the base I recommend. You can use the plain soap base also, glycerine soap base also, shea butter soap base also.
Okay, so there's this next question. What kind of cold press soaps we can make for kids for 1 year?
With the coconut oil, you can make, coconut oil and shea butter. You can make soaps for kids if you're making the cold press ones.
So slides, Nidhi, like Sunmeet mentioned after the live session, Sunmeet will share the slides with us and we can mail them across to you. Can we use these products for newborns also?
Like I mentioned, for newborns, you don't have to use any essential oils, but otherwise the base can be used for newborns also. But ideally for newborns, do as less experiments as possible. For experiments, do it on your older kids, do it on yourself. Newborns should come last. That is my only request to you. Whatever you make first, use it on yourself. If it feels fine, and the fragrance is not too much, see, they will not be able to say anything. They can only cry when they're uncomfortable. Ideally keep it very, very simple for kids for babies under 6 months old. And then you can add some essential oils. But the essential oils also, remember, they're more for your pleasure than for the child. The child will not be able to decipher what is lavender, what is chamomile. So ideally, I mean, till my son was 1, I didn't do anything. It was all fragrance-free stuff for him, and he didn't complain. So yeah, it's only started, after he started talking and after he started, understanding the various aromas. And kids are usually into fruity fragrances, so which is what we are going to use in today's recipes. So then you can, dabble around with the fruity essential oils.
Okay, so this question, I'm not sure, may not be in the scope of today's workshop. I make cold press soaps, don't want to use melt and pour. Please suggest some cold press soaps for less than 1 year.
I think I mentioned earlier, you can make a cold press soap with coconut oil and shea butter.
Okay, can all these recipes we can make and use for adults too?
Adults don't like fruity fragrances. Adults have, otherwise the base thing you can use, but essential oils you can use as per your, preference. So like my son likes banana and pineapple. So when I make something for him, it is usually with these essential oils. But I personally like rose. My husband likes coffee. So in terms of fragrance, we have different choices. So we don't use the same products at my home. So it's really up to you. If you like banana, pineapple, or whatever, you can use.
So Sunmeet, shall we go ahead with the demos now?
I'll just open the Will you open the recipe book? I'll just get the.
Okay.
It's one thing I need to get, one ingredient I need to get from the other room. I'll just come. Just open the first recipe for me, please.
Okay. Sakshi, can you confirm if the ebook is visible?
Yes, it is.
Sunmeet, you're on mute.
I was happily chatting away. So we'll start with the chocolate soap.
So Sunmeet, I'll stop sharing so that I can pin your screen.
Yeah, all right. The other screen, if you could highlight, please.
Yeah, the top view I have highlighted.
Yeah. I hope it's clearly visible to all. So the soap base, what we do is we cut it in smaller portions. This way it melts easier and quicker. There are many ways of melting it. So one is the double boiler method. The other is in a microwave. It is quicker, but just remember that the soap base can burn if you put it in the microwave for a very long time. So always warm it in spurts of 30 seconds. If it is melted in 30 seconds, fine. If not, then do it for another 30 seconds, like that. But don't do it for like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes in one go.
So
It
Sunmeet,
can technically burn. Yes.
which soap base is this?
This is the regular soap base with shea butter, sulfate free. The sulfate free version. Don't buy the sulfate versions even if they are cheaper or if they give you more lather, because sulfate is very, very damaging for the skin. Buy a good quality soap base. And it should be sulfate free. You can buy the plain one or you can buy the shea butter one. That's up to you. Shea butter one is slightly more expensive, but now I feel with the oncoming winter season, this is better. It will not dry the skin at all, and you don't need to add, any moisturizing thing in it. In a regular soap base, you would need to add 1% of any moisturizing oil in it. It can be almond oil or coconut oil or any oil of choice, but 1% is what I recommend if you're using the plain soap base. In this, you already have 1% shea butter, so this is fine. I'll just warm it and come. So I'm back. This took me exactly 50 seconds to warm it. I did it for 30 seconds. It was not completely warm. Then I did it again for 30 seconds. But by the 20th second, I felt it was all melted. So now to this, I'll just open it.
I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
So in our ebook, the link for the soap base that we have given is it says it's a glycerine opaque melt and pour soap base. So the soap base with shea butter would be a separate link, is it?
Yes, for shea butter will be a separate link. I had given the because cost was a concern I felt in the last workshop. So I usually give the generic one link, and then I tell people to add sweet almond oil to it. So it's either or. They can buy the soap base which I have given, and they can add 1 ml of sweet almond oil to it, or they can use this. It's either or. But I can give the rest, but the link for this if people.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll share it up after
the same brand, but the shea butter variant, I can give the link.
Sure, sure.
So now to this, we can add cacao powder. This is cocoa powder.
So at what temperature have you melted this base?
I melted it in my microwave. I think it is set at 600 or something. It's preset. I think it is 600. Now to this, I add a gram of cocoa butter. So basically this a tablespoon is roughly 5 grams of powder. So I'm taking roughly 1/5 of this. But you can also, if you have a kitchen scale, if you want to measure, you can. However, a plus minus a bit of cocoa powder is not going to affect the recipe. It will make it a little more darker. That's it. If it is slightly more, and you mix it well. Now, if you want to give it a more fragrance, a more chocolatey fragrance to this soap, what you can do is you can add some chocolate flavored oil to it, but I would ideally not do it. But there are some people who want a stronger fragrance, and I've got these questions in the past, so I'm just mentioning. Now, if you want, if your baby's skin is super dry or your kid's skin is super dry, and if you want extra nutrition in this and you don't want to use any, fragrance, you can, any moisturizer after the soap, then you can add almond oil to it. Again, I'm taking roughly 1/5 of the spoon and I'm mixing it here. Just be careful about not going overboard with the oil, because excessive oil leads to less lather. So there's some people who add like a full tablespoon of oil, to the recipe to make it extra moisturizing, and then it doesn't lather as much, and then they write to me that lather is a problem in this soap and what do we do. So usually it comes down to adding excessive oil to it. So just ensure that the oil and whatever botanical you add to it, in this case we've added the cacao powder, they do not exceed. Can you see it's become very, it's already started to solidify? Is it visible? So I would need, yeah, so actually the AC is on in the room. I'll just switch it off, and I will have to, because it's not pourable anymore. So I'll have to give it a quick spurt in the microwave again. This is the problem with soap. You have to like immediately do it, otherwise it solidifies. I'll just come. So I have two molds here. One is Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. The other is a butterfly. I'll just put it here. And I'll put the balance here. By the time we finish this workshop, these should ideally be hardened. So then we will demold and I'll show it to you.
Sunmeet, shall I read out one or two questions we have regarding this recipe?
Yes, please.
So Srishti wants to know, what if we directly use a soap base and bathe the baby? Why do we melt and pour?
The melt and pour is only for adding the cocoa powder in this particular recipe. If you don't want to use anything, then you can just buy the shea butter base, cut it, and then just use it. You don't have to actually melt it if you're not adding anything. So if you're adding any essential oil to it or a botanical to it or carrier oil to it, then we melt it.
Okay, so Dr. Parmeshwari says, I prepared shea butter soap base with almond oil and Roman chamomile essential oil, and my daughter loves using it. So she just wants to share this. Rashi says, what is the benefit of adding cacao powder?
Cocoa powder is like, in terms of benefit, it is very skin softening, and kids love the aroma of it. So any older kid, like till 2, they will not even know what is what. You can use anything on them. But ideally, I would say, go fragrance free. But more above that, then kids will say, I want vanilla, I want banana, I want chocolate. So like my son likes chocolate lip balm and he likes banana shampoo. So, then you go with these fragrances as per what they like.
Okay, so if we don't have a microwave, is there another way of cleaning the mixing bowl? I think maybe, she's referring to the fact that your, yeah.
This is soap. You just put water in it and you just leave it. And tomorrow morning, the soap would have, immersed in water and mixed in water. It will be soap water tomorrow. And just rinse it off. It is soap. So it's not that it will keep lying here. It's not oil or something. All of this is soap. It comes off like that, so it's just peeling off on its own. Otherwise, what I do is I just put water to it and I just leave it for the night. In the morning, it just comes off. It's soap. There's no issue removing soap from, anything.
So I think these are the questions regarding this recipe. Maybe we can move to the next one.
Yeah. So the next recipe is shampoo. So for shampoo, we can just do it here. I don't need to take any break or go anywhere because you can just do it here. I'll just keep this somewhere and I'll show it. We'll remold it before the workshop gets over. So for this, we have castle soap base, aloe vera gel, vitamin E oil, and Alfonso mango fragrance oil. So this is the castle soap base. Castle, I hope it's visible. So there is a marking here. You can, get these jars which have these markings so that you know how much you're making. Depending on the size of your bottle, you can, prepare accordingly. I just get the aloe vera gel. So the aloe vera gel has to be transparent. It cannot be green because in nature, aloe vera comes transparent. So this is the aloe vera gel which I am going to use. This is how aloe vera should look like. It should be transparent.
Sunmeet, there is this question: what is castile soap base?
So soap base, like which is made with oils and lye. Lye is of two types: sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. So when you add sodium hydroxide to the oils, you get a hard soap, what we just used in the chocolate recipe. And when you use potassium hydroxide to the oils, then you get the liquid soap base. So these are the two variants of lye, and you get a different result. So in liquid castle soap base, oils and potassium hydroxide have been cooked for a few hours, and then it is left to cure for some time, and then you get this. And this is the safest soap that is available, and I use this for all my recipes: body washes and face washes and baby, kids washes. Even for my home care recipes, this is the base that I use. So to the castle soap base, we're going to add aloe vera gel, vitamin E oil, and Alfonso mango oil. So this is like a one big tablespoon or karchi is roughly like 45 to 50 grams of aloe vera gel. So this is what I'm going to use. Aloe vera also comes in the form of aloe vera hydrosol or aloe vera distillate. You can use that also. Either or is fine. So this is aloe vera distillate. I just thought I'll show it to you. So aloe vera comes in two forms. This is also transparent. So you can use either that or this. I'm using gel because the gel, being thicker will, because many people have, have this perception that body washes should be thick because that is what is available in the market. But in the market, the body washes have become thick due to the thickeners they use. It's nothing natural. They use chemicals to make it thick, to add the lather to it. But so aloe vera liquid, though it is more potent than aloe vera gel, but it will make the recipe further thinner because castor soap is also thin. So, which is why I thought I'll use aloe vera gel for this recipe so that it will not, it will become slightly thicker and it won't be thin. Otherwise, I personally like to use aloe vera liquid and I'm okay with the thin, body wash or a face wash. I'm perfectly okay with it. Ideally, you should mix it, very softly because it's soap and the lather gets formed. But because I want to do it quickly and move to the other recipe, I'm doing it a little fast. But when you're doing it, just, very slowly mix it like this. So that too much lather is not formed. And then you add vitamin E oil to it. This is vitamin E oil. Just a tiny bit. It is just for giving the moisturizing effect. If you have Evian capsules at home, the green capsules which contain vitamin E, you can also put 2 of those in this recipe if you don't have the vitamin E oil. So vitamin E has got 2 benefits. One, it is very moisturizing on the skin, and 2, it increases the shelf life of the product. It is a natural preservative. It prevents the oils to go rancid very quickly. So vitamin E prolongs the shelf life in that ways. And then, so all of these are the fruit oils which I use for kids. Let me see the mango one. This is the mango oil. I hope it's visible. I'll just open it. Again, you can put 1 or 2 ml basis how strong you want it. You can also keep it fragrance free if your child has got sensitive skin. Otherwise, you can use just a tiny bit. It has a very nice aroma. So when I make shampoo for my son, I mix equal quantities of banana and mango oils, and he loves the fragrance of it. So this is done. Any questions on this before we move to the next recipe? And you can get a bottle like this and put it in that.
So Sunmeet, I'll take a couple of questions that are there.
Yeah.
So can we simply use castor soap base as a shampoo without adding the remaining ingredients?
I would still request you to add aloe vera gel. Otherwise, fragrance, essential oil is completely optional. But for the sake of moisturizing part, so that you don't have to use anything after post body wash, I would suggest you add aloe vera to it.
Okay, can we buy castor liquid soap base with olive oil for shampoo?
With olive oil? Okay, I mean the castor soap base that is prepared with olive oil. Yeah, of course you can. Yes, you can.
Which brand?
So you also get shampoo bases, which have something more moisturizing for the hair, because hair needs more moisture as compared to the skin. So you also get, I just thought I'll show it to you. You also get shampoo bases like this. So this is a shampoo base, and this has some additional vitamins which are required for the hair. So you can get this, or you can make it with the castor soap base also, either or.
Okay, so Nidhi wants to know which brand of aloe vera gel.
I use my own brand, but there are many brands available in the market, and I think I have mentioned something in the book. Some link is mentioned. So there is Khadi, there is Kapiva. There are many brands which have transparent aloe vera gel.
Okay. Can we use transparent or pearly shampoo base instead of this castile liquid soap?
Yeah, you can. That's why I just showed it. You can use. Though castle soap base, if you just want to buy one, there's some people who are very conscious about costs, and so which is why I don't like using multiple bases. So I tend to stick to castle soap base, so that you buy one and you use it in all the recipes. But if you are okay to buy a variants, then buy castle soap base for the face and body and a shampoo base for the hair.
Okay. So can we make variations? I think in the shampoo she's asking like mango, orange or colors.
Yeah, you can.
Can we simply I think this you've answered. Can we simply use castile soap base as shampoo? Which brand mango oil? So the links actually have been shared in the ebook. So you can click on those links and refer for brands. Uh, what can be added for increasing thickness of hair? I mean volume of hair.
See, shampoo is a soap, so it's the work is only cleansing of the scalp. For increasing the thickness of the hair, I suggest you move to the discussion of hair oils and hair packs and hair tonics. So there are other things which you need to do for increasing the thickness of hair. Shampoo doesn't increase thickness of hair, not to my knowledge. And people who are making these claims are making wrong claims. Even if I add oil to it, one issue of adding excess oil to this recipe is the lather will become less. Two, it will not cleanse the hair, it will become too sticky. So it is a rinse off product. Whatever you use, it is just there for a minute or two, and then you rinse it off. And for thickening of hair, you need to put something overnight. So I oil my scalp, and I, keep it overnight once or twice a week. I put a hair pack, I put a hair tonic. So there are many things I do for increasing the, volume and thickness of my hair. But it's definitely not because of the shampoo.
Is this shampoo tear free?
Yes, it's tear free. Yes.
Do
The aloe vera we are using in this, it balances the pH, and it is definitely tear free and safe.
Okay, and do you use a conditioner after this?
So for using the conditioner, for making conditioner, the best thing to use is our dear friend aloe vera gel. This is what I use. This is what I just got from my bathroom. And I just take a scoop of this and I use this on the hair. The other day I noticed dandruff in my son's hair, and I've kept a bottle in his bathroom also. And he also uses this post shampoo. And now the dandruff has become very, very less. So this is the best hair conditioner, the best hair spa, and this is what you need to use.
Can adults use the shampoo too? And this conditioner, this you've answered about the conditioner. So using the shampoo for
The adults, I don't know if they like mango, oil. The adults can definitely use it, but you can switch to adult oil, like maybe a lavender and peppermint, but don't use lavender. Lavender is fine, but don't use peppermint on kids. So the essential oils have to be, decided, and whether you're making it for adult or the child.
okay, so I think this question, can this castile soap base be used for body also? As you mentioned, it can be. And how to make conditioner for kids?
Aloe vera gel, pure aloe vera gel. Just buy it and use it. You don't have to do anything with it.
So which aloe vera gel Sunmeet mentioned?
It's in the ebook, na Shweta.
Yeah,
All the links are there in the ebook. So please try the links in the ebook first. If there's any challenge in any of the links, just write to me.
Okay. So Archana wants to know, can you share the shampoo? so base link too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I think that's about it for this recipe. We'll move on to the next one.
Yeah. You want to share it? Just to show what we'll be doing next. So this is raspberry body butter for dry skin and for cold season. So this is made with cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, beeswax, and raspberry fragrance oil. So we take all the products and we warm it up. I'll just put my induction plate on, and then we are going to double boil, and then we're going to melt all these ingredients. So these are the ingredients for this recipe. This is beeswax. This is cocoa butter. This is shea butter. So I've kept water for boiling on the induction plate. And once the water boils, I'm just going to put this patila in that bigger patila. That becomes a double boiler with boiling water underneath. And then all of this would melt. So this is a slightly longer procedure, but if you do it in the microwave, beeswax takes a long time to melt, so which is an issue. And you can also put it on the gas flame directly, but the gas has to be very low flame. Otherwise, there are chances of getting burnt. So you have to be like right there. And this is cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is a hard textured butter, and shea butter is a softer butter. I like to use a mix of both, but you can also use any one if you want. So instead of 39 grams of one butter and 30 grams of the other, you can also, put 69, 70 grams of one butter. So if you use only shea butter, the recipe will become much softer. If you use only cocoa butter, it will be harder. That is the only difference. But I've tried making butters with both of these individually. I like a mix of both. This is the texture of shea butter. Very, very soft. And now I'm going to get some coconut oil and raspberry fragrance oil. This is raspberry fragrance oil. Just pardon the handwriting of my stuff. I'll just get some coconut oil first. Raspberry fragrance oil I'm going to add in the end, because essential oils are heat sensitive and they should not be added when you are warming something. So I need to warm these first. So I'm going to add after the warming up has been done. So this comes in the end. I'll just get the coconut oil. This is coconut oil. I'll just see if the water is boiled. I'll just get it. Shweta, the water is yet to boil. Are there any questions till we wait for the water to boil?
Yes, there are some.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between essential oil and fragrance oil?
Essential oils and hydrosols, like rose water, they are plant-based and they come from steam distillation process of plants. So like, for example, I have to make rose water and rose essential oil. So what do? In a bowl, I take rose petals and I put it to boil. And then the vapors that come out of that bowl, so through a pipe, they are collected into another bowl. So the water that is collected here in the other bowl, that is rose water. So it is not technically boiled rose water. It is the steam distilled vapors which are condensing into rose water. And the oil that floats on the top, that is essential oil. So essential oil is a more concentrated version of the steam distillation, and hydrosols, on the other hand, they are safer to use directly on the skin, but essential oils cannot be used directly because they're highly concentrated. So you need a carrier oil to carry them into your skin, into your body. So which is why you need oils like coconut or almond or sesame to add essential oils to, and then you use them. And even in all these formulations, don't exceed 1% ideally. And fragrances, on the other hand, what we discussed during the presentation, that's something that is chemically made. You just mix together 30 chemicals, no process required, no steam, and you just get a fragrance oil. It has nothing to do with nature, nothing natural about it.
Okay, so the next question is, can we use this body butter for adults with the addition of some essential oils?
Yeah, instead of raspberry, you'd use anything else. Keep the base as the same. You can use it for adults too. Winters are coming, you can make it for adults as well.
And going back to the shampoo recipe, do we leave the conditioner or wash it off from the hair?
Conditioner.
The aloe vera gel conditioner, like
yeah, you wash it off. You use it just like you would use any other conditioner. You wash it off.
Okay. Can we use food grade raspberry essence, which we use for baking?
I haven't got very a good results with the food. What we use for food, the colors as well as the essences. I personally haven't got good result with it. I'm not happy with it. But you may want to try. I don't know. You may have a better brand which could give good result. Maybe I use something that was not good enough. So I buy something that is meant for soaps and personal care and body care.
Okay. So about aloe vera gel, Sunmeet has mentioned there are different brands that you can use, and links are also given in the ebook. Can we use aloe vera gel to apply the aloe vera gel to the scalp too? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's a conditioner. You can apply it on the scalp, on the hair, keep it for 5-6 minutes, wash it off, just like you use any other conditioner. There's no other process.
okay. And can we use soy wax instead of beeswax?
Again, I don't get the same result, but you can. If you are a vegan and if you don't want to use beeswax, you can use soy wax. But I personally prefer beeswax in terms of the result and the softness and how it feels on the skin. This is my favorite. But you can use soy wax if you want to. If you're a vegan and if you don't want to use beeswax, I completely understand.
What is no? It's not. Nabila says what is e-wax. So
There
it's
is
not
no wax.
not e. I think she's confusing it. It's beeswax. So it's B double E. Does this help in treating tanning in kids?
Oh, for tanning, ideally you have to use a pack with tomato juice or potato juice. These two juices are great to remove tanning. Body butter has nothing to do with tanning, just like shampoo has nothing to do with hair thinning or hair falling. They're two different things.
Can we use only shea butter? Skip.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, you can use only shea butter if you want. Just replace the cocoa butter with shea butter.
Okay. Uh, okay. So Nabila says there is e-wax available in the market. So what is it?
I don't know. I've never used it. I don't know. I've never used it and I've never heard about it.
So that's about it, Sunmi. Shall we carry on? Okay. So another question. I'll just quickly read it out. Can we use tomato powder, beetroot powder, tomato juice, beetroot juice to lip balms?
No, you can't. You can't use any of these natural products to lip balms or even soaps because the resultant product will become black in 2-3 days. These things, they change color. I've tried adding beetroot powder. It looks very beautiful on day 1. Day 2, 3, 4, black. So I would not recommend it.
And what
You can use this thing, essential oils or whatever products you want to use, but I would not recommend fresh juices.
okay, so emulsifying of wax.
Emulsifying wax is a different thing. It is for thickening. It's for emulsifying. Uh, if you're using, like if you're making a cream with water and oil, or water and butter, and you want to mix them both together. Otherwise, oil and water doesn't mix. So then you use emulsifying wax. But that is something we are not discussing. We haven't done any recipe with emulsifying wax, and I personally don't recommend it in natural skincare.
Okay. Any scrub for tanning on kids?
Basin. There was a slide on Basin Upton. Make that for your kids and use that on your kids. That is the best, natural thing. I can. Should I share the PPT again, Shweta?
But we are going to be sharing it after the session, no? But let's go ahead with the demos.
So I think the water is boiling. I can see the vapors. I'll just get the. So this is warm water, and now this is a double boiler. So this is the safest method to warm your ingredients. Only thing is it takes a little longer time, which is why you can just put this all on the gas flame and do it directly. But if you are at home and if you have time, I would recommend this method only. Since you are beginning with all these formulations, you don't know at what heat you need to keep it at, and if you do something else, or if you talk to somebody, or if you start with cooking something else, then this might burn. In this, in a double boiler method, there is no chance of getting burnt or spoiled because you're not putting it on direct heat. But once you all become experienced formulators, you can just put it on the on low heat, on low flame. And as you see, this is melting. Beeswax takes the longest to melt. The butters will melt much faster. If you want to avoid beeswax altogether, you can do that also. Then it will be the resultant formulation will be a soft body butter. So I just want to show this to you till this melts. This is what I made last time, and this is also a body butter. This is with beeswax and all these oils and butters. And then you just take a bit of it like this, and you can apply it anywhere. It's very soft and very, very good for the skin. And so this is like a hard body butter, but it's because of the beeswax, it's very moisturizing to the skin. But if you're okay with the softer butter, you can omit the beeswax as well. So as you can see, the butters have melted. Only this piece of beeswax remains. This will be the last to melt. And once it melts, after that we will add the raspberry oil, and then we will put it in a in a jar. It can be a jar like this, or it can be a glass jar, and then you keep it to solidify. Okay, so Shweta, we can take questions till this melts because it takes time in this method. It'll take 2-3 more minutes. We can take a couple of questions if there are.
Yeah, there are some questions. So, Nabila says, the Upton that you mentioned, can that be used even on newborns?
Yeah. For newborns as well as for kids. In fact, I recommend people going soap free. Soap free is best, even for us.
And does beeswax have any beneficial properties?
Yeah, it's very moisturizing for the skin, I mentioned.
And how about colors for lip balms which can be used?
So what I do is, if I have to make a chocolate lip balm, I use cocoa powder. If I have to make a mango or an orange lip balm, I use turmeric powder. If I have to make a strawberry lip balm, then I use a Ratan Jot. Are you guys aware of Ratan Jot? It's a tree bark, and you just put it in oil and you heat, and the color comes out, just like color comes out of saffron also. So like that, that will give you a very deep red color, the Ratan Jot. So when you add it to the lip balm, that deep red mixed with this beeswax and cocoa butter and all, it becomes pink. So for strawberry or lychee or any such pink colored lip balms, you can use that. So these are the colors that I use. I don't use anything else.
Okay. So Preeti is asking about natural sunscreen for kids.
Natural sunscreen would be 90% aloe gel and 10% sesame oil. That is a natural sunscreen. You can make it for yourself, for your kids. So that will give you an SPF of about 10, and more than that, natural is not possible. Anything that is promising you an SPF of 30, 40, 50 or above is all chemical. So I personally wouldn't use it. I'm okay with a few sunspots or a few pigments. I'm okay with it, but I do not use any sunscreens. The only thing I use is aloe vera gel and sesame oil, a blend of those.
So those were the questions for now, Sunmeet.
Yeah. So this will take time, but this is what the final product is. I'll just warm this directly on the gas and come so that it melts. It will take 2-3 more minutes. The beeswax only half is melted, so that we can move on to the next recipe. Shweta, I'll just warm it and come directly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so this is melted completely after a few seconds on the gas. And now I'm going to add raspberry oil to it, but you can add any oil of your choice. I just chose very fruity fragrances for this workshop because I know kids love fruits, but you can use anything that your child desires. So I'm using raspberry oil to this. I'm adding raspberry oil to this. Now I would ideally just keep it like this. I would not add any color, but since for raspberry you can use pink color, so you can warm some, Ratanjot in this and then strain it. Then this will all become, when you're warming it, you can just add a piece of Ratanjot here and then you strain it and put it in a jar. So then the resultant thing will be pink in color. For those who are desirous of pink color, though I am okay with off-white body butters. My body butters are all usually off-white, unless I'm making a chocolate one with cocoa powder. So this is smelling very beautiful, raspberry fragrance. And this I need to now put it in a glass jar. I'll just get it and then we'll move to the next recipe. So these are the two jars I have. I wanted to show you both of these. This is 50 grams, this is 100 grams. So depending on if you make something more, you can put it in a bigger jar. So you can Ideally, put something which has a bigger, this thing, wide top so that, it's easy to scoop out. This will solidify. So if it has a narrow top, then it will be difficult to scoop it out. So I make something like this and then I keep it in the bathroom in my winters and I keep using it. But you can also, if you're making smaller size batches, you can also use something like this. So I'll just pour it now. So this is, I'm now just going to leave it to solidify and then I'll show you later along with the soap. Any questions on this, Shweta, before we move ahead to the next recipe?
Yeah, Sunmeet. So, do we need to refrigerate the body butter?
If you are in a hurry to make it, solid, then you can refrigerate if you're in a hurry. Otherwise, just leave it. I usually just leave it as is.
And getting back to the Uptan recipe, Swati says, can it be kept aside in a box and used whenever we want to?
So you can't, add the liquids because the liquids or anything with water catches fungus. So you can make a mix of powders and keep it. And whenever you want to make a paste, then, take some, put the liquids, it can be rose water, milk or whatever, and then make a paste and then use it. But the powders can be added and kept together. Yes.
So the next question is there any preference as to which jars to be used, glass or plastic, like for storage?
I just used a glass jar. You can use glass.
Okay, will adding Ratanjot powder turn the recipe brown or should we use root only?
I don't use a Ratanjot powder. If I have to use it in this recipe, I will use whole Ratanjot so that I can just take it out. Powder will remain. So when you're putting it, on your skin, you'll feel some powder over there. And then if you wear clothes on top, that powder could stick to your clothes. So why complicate? If you have to use, though I don't use at all, I would, this is my body butter and I don't use any color. But if you have to use, then put the whole Ratanjot there while this is, warming, and then just remove it so that there are no remnants of the Ratanjot there. Don't complicate anything.
Can body butter be used on face?
Yeah, face is a part of the body. Yes.
And can we use rose powder for body butter?
Like I mentioned earlier, I would not use any powders because it feels powdery on the skin and then it keeps falling off and then it will dirty your clothes. I would not do it.
So that's about it, Sunmeet. There are no more questions for now.
Okay, so now we'll move to the toothpaste, and for this we need bentonite clay, and this is bentonite clay. This is how it looks like. Bentonite clay. And then we have water, coconut oil, stevia powder, sea salt, orange and clove essential oil. So now just a word of caution on the water part. The water makes it go rancid very quickly. So which is why we are adding boiled water to this recipe. And if you want, you can omit the water completely if you want a longer shelf life. So with boiled water, the shelf life would be, not more than a month. But if you omit the water, then this recipe will go on for a year with just coconut oil. And I mean, you can always, put some paste on your toothbrush and then, put some water on that, make it liquidy and then brush. So you can do that. And if you want it longer. So there's some people who want bigger size jar. They want me to make a bigger size toothpaste for them and they want to use it for a longer time. They don't want to order again and again. So I don't add water to the recipe. I just make it with coconut oil and that's it. So just, I just thought I'll mention before we start preparing it. Shweta, I need to get the boiled water that I have kept for boiling in the kitchen. I just need to get 4 tablespoons of it. I'll just come.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll start with this. So this already has water. I measured and added water to it, 4 tablespoons. Now this is 2 tablespoons of bentonite clay I'm going to add to this. Now to this I add a tablespoon of coconut oil. Now I just want to mention that stevia powder is only required if you want it to taste sweet. If you're okay with neutral, flavored toothpaste, you can omit the stevia powder. The salt is required for cleansing, but stevia powder is only for the taste part. Otherwise, there's no benefit of it. Just want to mention so that for those who are okay with no sugar or no sweetness, they can omit it altogether. So bentonite clay, just like other clays, it absorbs water, as you mix, and it has a tendency to become thick like it has done now. So you can always add, as per the consistency you want, you can add more boiled water or coconut oil if you want it thinner consistency. Now this is orange and clove essential oils. So I'm going to now add these. Clove being very strong, I have taken this at like half of what I've written for orange oil, so just 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Balance goes back. The clove is very, very strong, so don't go overboard with clove. Though clove is the one which gives the maximum benefit for this recipe, but still just go easy on clove. Now orange, that is 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to get a little more water because I want it of a little slightly thinner consistency. I'll just get some more boiled water. So this is stevia. So I'm putting one sachet, which is 1 gram, which is roughly a quarter of a teaspoon. This will just, stevia will make it more kid friendly for kids who you're trying to make a switch to natural. They may resist the taste of a neutrally, prepared toothpaste because they're used to the sweet toothpaste of Colgate and Oral-B and other brands that they've been having. So it's a good idea to add stevia for them. But if you make this, this variant for yourself, for adults, then do not add the stevia. I mean, I don't add stevia to my toothpaste. This is salt. I add a bit more water to it to make it thinner.
Shall I take up some questions also?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Till I mix it, you can.
Yeah. So is bentonite clay edible, safe if kids swallow?
Yeah. If it's even if they swallow, so you buy like bentonite clay, which is like food grade, and it is definitely safe.
And so about the shelf life with water, you mentioned the shelf life with water is about 1 month, right, Sunmeet?
Boiled water is 1 month. Yes.
Yeah. What can be used for perfumes or deodorants for kids, as my kids are very fond of using fragrances in spite of saying no every time?
Uh, so Shweta, this is covered in detail in our perfumes workshop. So there is a variant which we do for kids also. But you can make a safe perfume with rubbing alcohol or vodka as base, and then with essential oils.
So stevia, there's a question on stevia, which you have already talked about, the role of stevia in this recipe.
Yeah, it is just to make them, the switch becomes easier because it's sweet. And they are everything in the market that is available for kids. The kids' toothpaste, they're all sweet. But the thing is, they add real sugar to it, which is like white sugar to it, which is not good for the teeth. So this is definitely a better option. So this is ready. And whenever you have to brush, you just take a wet toothbrush, you dunk it in this, and you use it to brush your teeth. And This does not lather, but just be mindful of the fact that lather is only a marketing gimmick. You actually do not need lather for your toothpaste.
Okay, so in this toothpaste recipe, can I only add the clay and coconut oil and skip other ingredients?
The clay and the coconut oil. See, salt is only also required for cleansing. So if anybody has got yellow teeth or there's a lot of dirt accumulation on the teeth, or the kids don't brush their teeth at night, so then you'll see the teeth are yellowish. So salt helps in removing that. Otherwise, essential oils, yes, they are optional, but clove has got benefit also. Orange is actually for taste. Orange and stevia are avoidable. Balanced ingredients, I would say that you must ideally add.
Okay, so can diabetics also use this toothpaste with stevia powder?
Yeah, they can. And they can omit the stevia also. For adults, just omit the stevia, actually.
Anything except orange oil in toothpaste?
You can use lemon oil. I mean, citrus just makes the bitter taste of clove go down. It balances that. So, which is why I use orange. Orange very nicely balances the clove taste. You can use lemon also.
Okay, so the next question is, can we add powdered real cloves instead of the clove oil?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I think I read out Swati's question incorrectly. She's highlighted. She wanted to know shelf life without water.
Without water, I think I mentioned a year plus.
Okay, which salt in toothpaste?
Any salt. I've used pink salt, but any salt, rock salt, sea salt, any salt you can use.
Can we add neem powder if we make it ourselves?
Which powder?
Neem powder.
Neem powder. Yes, you can add neem powder also. It will make it bitter. Since we are making it for kids, I did not add the neem powder. But if you're making it for yourself, please add the neem powder. But do not experiment with kids.
Can we use any other clay instead of bentonite clay?
Bentonite is the most detoxing of all clays, and that is what you will usually find in the oral recipes. So I personally haven't, like, there is Multani Mitti and there are many other clays, but I'm not sure that they'll be as effective for teeth, for oral health as bentonite clay. I'm not sure. I haven't tried, so I don't know.
Okay, so Srishti is curious to know about the perfumes workshop now. So, Srishti, it's not planned as of now, but of course, once it's planned, we'll share the details with you. What type of water is used, ma'am? Distilled, mineralized, or
I've used boiled water.
demineralized? Like what?
I've used boiled water.
Anything with charcoal for teeth whitening?
Yeah, so you can add activated charcoal to this, just a quarter of a teaspoon, and that becomes toothpaste for teeth whitening.
And which brand? What type of charcoal and which brand?
I can share the link with you. I don't remember. There are many options online. And I personally don't buy from Amazon. I buy from wholesalers. So I'll have to check which is a decent one on Amazon. I think you can go in for Nature's Tattva. I buy a lot of ingredients from there. And basically the food grade, I mean the safe one, the safe variant. Don't buy anything that is industrial grade or chemical grade. Don't buy that. Buy the food grade ones, buy organic. So that is always safer.
So I have been making a note of all the links, the additional links that people are asking for. So after the live session, maybe we
Sure,
can.
sure, sure. I'll share with you.
Those are the questions for now. Okay. To the next recipe.
Yeah. So now the next recipe is neem and camphor skin healing balm. So there is cocoa powder, cocoa butter, coconut oil, beeswax, and then you add neem and camphor to it. So now in both the next recipes, the base is the same: cocoa butter, coconut oil, and beeswax. I'll make the base katha and then I'll split it into two. And in the first recipe, I'll add neem and camphor. And in the second recipe, I'll add citronella and lemongrass. Okay. So I'll just keep the water for boiling again. I'll just come, Shweta. So we take the cocoa butter again, and I'm just going to add the amount we need for both the recipes. So for the first recipe, we need 50 grams. And for the second also, we need 50 grams. So about 100 grams of it. Now we add beeswax to it. Then we add coconut oil to it. So now I'm going to keep this on the induction plate to warm it in the double boiler inside that. Shweta, we can take on some questions till it gets warmed. It will take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, sure, Sunmeet. I'll just take this question. So are these vendors, so Rush is referring to the online shopping links in the PDF. Are these vendors tried and tested? Because every essential oil has a different vendor link.
Oh, every essential oil has a different vendor link. I think I gave a kit car link, what I remember.
So that kit link is not included in this particular PDF, Sunmeet, because that I remember that has collection of 12 essential oils, and maximum were not being used. So we've given individual links only.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. So
So
then
maybe
this is
we will
something
share
else.
that also.
Yeah, yeah, sure. But you can use a single brand also. You can go with the Khadi, or you can go with Nature's Tattva. You can go for, I mean, I go for local. I don't buy the imported ones. Between Khadi and Nature's Tattva, I get most of my, essential oils. So you could go for these brands. You'll pretty much get the complete range there.
Okay, this next question is: the skin healing balm helpful for adult with 10 years of eczema in the foot?
So for eczema, you'll have to tackle your dietary thing first. Like if you've had it for 10 years, so obviously there's something very wrong in the diet or the products you've used on the skin. And, there's been a lot of skin abuse that has happened over the years. So one, you will have to be patient. And two, you will have to look at your diet and your lifestyle as well. So you'll have to do complete changes. Just a cream will not help, tackling such a old case of eczema.
Okay. So can the skin healing balm be used as a moisturizer for face for kids and teens who have acne prone skin?
The skin healing balm, uh, it is actually not for acne prone skin. Uh, that is for, eczema, psoriasis, itching, inflammation, for those kind of issues. For acne, you can just use, neem oil, put it in the navel, put it on the face at night, do oil cleansing with it. So the other recipes for acne.
Okay. So if I add, I mean, she's talking about the toothpaste recipe now. If I add charcoal powder to my toothpaste, is it safe for daily use or do you not recommend it?
No, I would not recommend for daily use, once or twice a week.
Okay. The PDF mentions 35 ml of coconut oil in skin healing balm and 38 ml in mosquito repellent balm. Would it matter?
Would it matter? Uh, Matter for what?
I think she's referring to the fact that she's made this base together, no?
I'm putting both the things together so that, I just she means the proportion is different, so does it matter?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. No, the proportion is different here, but I'm making it together because we already, like, it's nearing 6, and I thought I'll spend more time in the questions, which is why I'm doing it together. Ideally do it separately, but even if you're making it together, 2-3 ml here or there, it doesn't matter. With more oil, your formulation becomes softer. With more beeswax and butters, it becomes harder. So the consistency depends on you. If you see 10 recipes on body butters or balms on the net, everywhere you will see different proportion, different, mixture of oils and butters and waxes, proportions. So this is the proportion that I like the best, the consistency that I like the best. This is the, the kind of consistency if you see here. So it's pretty soft, and this is what I like. This is what it is. But if you want a harder body butter, you can put more wax, more butter, less oil, and vice versa. So you'll have to go with what you like, and you can also always increase or decrease. It's not like cast in stone, and up comes our kar sakte.
Okay, so Khadi brand, since the essential oils are nice, are the body washes and shampoos safe too?
No, they're all sulfate based. I would not recommend. If you read the labels, they all contain sulfates, because sulfates give more lather. But I would not recommend to be used. I don't use them.
Okay, can we use skin healing balm for 4-year kid having allergy between hand folds?
So you have to keep the area dry. The allergy or the fungus that happens in the hand fold or between your toes. It happens because the wetness remains and it's not completely dry, and which is why the fungus develops. So that is the first step. You keep the area dry, and yes, at nighttime you can use the skin healing balm, and definitely it will repair the skin overnight.
Okay. Can you suggest a moisturizing lotion for day-to-day use in kids during summers?
Aloe vera and coconut oil. That is very good for summers. 90% aloe vera gel and 10% coconut oil. This is covered in detail in our skin learning course. We do a lotion recipe where I prepare the lotion and I show it. And that is good for kids as well as for adults.
So those are the questions for now, Sunmeet.
I'll just check. Maybe it's melted now.
Yeah.
The butters are melted. The beeswax is still not melted and the light just went off. I need to put it again. While it is melting, I could show the demolding of the soap. This is the chocolate soap that we made. This is how it looks like.
Sunmeet,
Looks like the butterflies in my background.
this looks lovely, and so we'll request you to take pictures and so that we can share on it.
Sure. I'll demold the other one also. This is baby Mickey.
Very nice, interesting.
I'll take pictures of both these soaps and I'll send you.
Yeah, definitely. So before you move any further, I'll read out comments. Very pretty, beautiful. My son will love it. Will surely make it.
Nice.
Very
And this
encouraging.
is the raspberry body butter. It is also solidified now. And it is a very, very soft textured balm. Earlier, my balms used to be very, very thick because I was making as per the recipes given online, and there they use more of butters and waxes and less of oils. So then I realized that everyone has a different recipe and it's not really, like a fixed formula. So then I started experimenting and, less of beeswax and more of oils and butters. And then even in butter, I would use shea butter and cocoa butter both, not just cocoa butter, because shea butter is softer. So now my butters are very, very soft textured. So if I show you here, you see, so soft. So, and the skin penetration becomes very, very high with this because it is a soft butter. It smells nice with raspberry and you just use a tiny bit of it. And even if you have torn this thing, feet or hands in winters, you get this dry torn skin. You apply it overnight, and beeswax is so wonderful. And in the morning, you'll see a lot of repair would have happened. So earlier I used to get these, torn feet, but not anymore, because I make my hand and foot cream with cocoa butter and shea butter and coconut oil and beeswax, and smells really nice with the raspberry oil. So somebody just mentioned about in-person class. Shweta, you may want to talk about the retreat where I go in person and I take this class.
Yeah. So, Sunmeet, would you like to tell them what you've been doing there in the retreat?
So there is this 3-day retreat which Wellcure is doing every month. It happens in Gurgaon because I'm based in Gurgaon, and the Wellcure management team is also in Gurgaon. So at the moment, it's only happening here. And so it's a 3-day retreat where they do a lot of detox. The food is amazing, and a lot of health lectures happen, and a lot of focus is on body detox and body health and good food practices, all of that. On the last day, on the third day, there is a 2.5 hour slot reserved for me, and where I go and I do a presentation, and I do a few recipes, and there we do everything like live. I make things there, and and then I make it for everyone. Everybody tries it, and then we all of us, we put, I mean, I don't put a face pack because I have some makeup on, but all the others, they put face pack, and I carry something for the hair. Fermented rice water is very good for people who have thin hair or falling hair. uh, so I carry that with me, and I have a hair tonic which I carry, and then there's a face pack, there's something for the hair, and then I have a face serum, and I have a navel oil. So there are 5-6 things that we prepare and we use, and it's a very nice session. And they've had 2 retreats till now, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. And in person is always so much nicer. So for those of you who are Gurgaon based, I look forward to seeing you and interacting with you in the next retreat in October.
Yeah, thanks for those details, Sunmeet. And your pictures with all those face packs really look very interesting.
I did not apply the face pack. I'm very sorry and all that. So I think, everybody has a room. Then I think, where will I clean it? Where will I do it?
Yeah, true.
But it's very nice. The in-person class is really, really nice.
So I'll carry on with some more questions that are there. Can you please suggest something for thickening of hair for kids, as onion juice gives tears to even 10-year-old kids?
Yeah. So curry leaves you can use. Juice of curry leaves you can use on the scalp. Curry leaves chutney you can make, and you can have it along with your meals. Amla you can have as a juice or a murabba. You can add that to your meals. And what else? Then there is fermented rice water that can be applied on the scalp at night, and in the morning you wash off with a sulfate-free shampoo. So hair tonic, I make these hair tonics with hydrosols. So I make, there are these 5 hydrosols which are very good for the hair. And I blend them in a particular proportion, and I use that on my scalp, a day prior to wash. And it's actually a leave-on. You can use it every day also if your hair is in really bad condition. So I use it twice or thrice a week. So that is very, very, all these things are very good for the hair. And then you can always make a hair pack of fresh hibiscus leaves and fresh hibiscus flowers. Just blend both of these along with fresh aloe vera, and put it in a blender. And the paste that you get, you apply that, on the scalp, and you leave it on, and you wash off after an hour. That is also very good. Lots of things you can do for hair. Tell me.
Preeti is saying share some more soap options for kids.
So instead of chocolate, there's so many essential oils. I use chocolate because my son likes chocolate, but then there is watermelon, and there is apple, There's so many essential oils that come for fruit. There are at least 12, 15 essential oils. There is orange, and then there is banana. And what else? There is vanilla, there is strawberry, mango, papaya, cucumber. So kids like all of these. So any of these, which is I had given a kit for fruity essential oils so that, you get 10 of those. So not everything was being used in the class, but the idea, of learning these recipes is to customize it to your family members. Right now, the essential oils are as per my, my preference or my taste. You make it as per your preference. You make it as per your family taste. What feels right to you is the best for you. So I always tell people to try out everything and then go with what is best for them. So ask your kids what they like and go with that. I'll just get the butter. I think it must be melted. So this is melted now. I'll just get 2 more jars like this from outside, and then I'll put this in 2 equal jars, and then I'll put the essential oils. Okay, so we'll start with the first recipe first. And I'll put this half in both the jars. I've just switched off the fan and the AC because I need to add the essential oil before it solidifies. So in the first recipe, I add neem oil and camphor oil. So this is my neem oil. So for those who have acne problem, just get pure neem oil. You can get it online, Khadi, anywhere. Many options available. And put 2-3 drops of this to the navel of your teenage kid at bedtime, and leave it on for the night. 2-3 drops, just massage in clockwise direction, and the acne will disappear in a week to 10 days. It has happened with a friend of mine. She just did this thing, and within a week, I got a message from her that my daughter's acne has vanished. It's very powerful. So I'll just put the neem and camphor here. So camphor is available in the form of powder as well as in the form of essential oil. So you can put any option. Either or is fine. So if you buy pipettes like this from online, so there are markings here. So you know how much ml to put. So that is the benefit of using these pipettes.
Sunmeet, shall I read questions simultaneously? We may run.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So Swati is referring to the ebook, and she is referring to the lavender body lotion recipe, and she wanted to know if it can be used during summers too.
The lavender body lotion. Yeah. It can be used in summers too. Yes. Okay. The body butters I would recommend, to be used in winters only, but lotion can be used definitely in summers.
Okay, so please suggest something for packing for gift purpose.
Packing what?
I think these products that you're teaching.
So get attractive baskets. You can get them from anywhere. So this, the first recipe is done. I've added camphor oil and neem oil to it, and this is done. So we let this solidify now. So for packing, just get an attractive basket from somewhere. You can get it online. You can get it in Fab India. There are many places that sell baskets. And get either a net or something on top too. You can get butter paper. If you want to be environmental friendly, you can get cellophane paper, or you can get net, or whatever. Those cloth net that comes, with big holes, so that it is visible what is inside, and then just wrap it, and that's it. Or you can even get these pouches or these jute bags, and you can put all the stuff there and then use it for gifting. So many options. So this is the neem and camphor skin healing balm. So I'm going to now keep it for solidifying later. Shweta, I'll send you pictures of all of this, because it will take half an hour or so to solidify.
Yeah, sure.
Now I'm going to the last recipe, which is citronella lemongrass mosquito repellent balm. So the base is ready. To this, I'm going to,
Before you proceed, can I take questions about the skin healing balm recipe?
Yeah.
So camphor, there is a question on camphor. Just a minute, I lost this question.
Yeah. These are the essentials.
Yeah. In this recipe, is the real camphor or essential oil, and can real actual camphor be used?
Yeah. You can use either or. I mentioned that.
Okay. So the next question: how many drops of neem oil in the navel, which you mentioned for?
2 to 3.
Camphor edible one or the one used for puja?
Edible one.
What is the difference between fragrance and flavor oils?
So both of them are unnatural. Both of them are chemically made.
Preeti wants to know, can we sell these products also?
So the ones without water can be sold. The one with water, like toothpaste, you cannot sell it because the shelf life is only 1 month, and you will not be able to sell it with the 1 month shelf life. Nobody will take it. So anywhere you keep your products online, with all these retailers like Amazon and Flipkart and all, they need minimum 1 year shelf life.
So I think now we can move ahead with the next recipe.
Okay, so this is the last recipe. This has essential oils of citronella and lemongrass. So I'm going to add these. This is the base which we made. So they're all going to look variations of this only. All or whatever recipes we are making, it will look like this. So, once they're solidified, I can't put a cap on this because it's warm right now. But once it solidifies, it comes to room temperature. I'm going to put a cap and then I'll write what is what. Because, after 2 days, I'll not remember. So now I'll put 1 ml each of lemongrass and citronella oils to this. And then I mix it well. And that's it. I let it solidify. If you're in a hurry, you can keep it in the fridge. Though I just keep it outside. Sometimes it takes half an hour. If the quantity is more, it takes an hour. I just let it happen naturally on its own. That's it. This one is ready, and this will look like this only. And once it solidifies, but I'll just keep it someplace. So, Shweta, we are done with the recipes for the days. Any further questions before we close?
I'll first read out this message that Srishti has left for you. She had to leave early. I have to leave now due to extremely low battery. She says, I wanted to thank you, Sunmeet, for the most amazing and informative session as always. Sending you lots of love, good wishes.
Thank you so much.
And coming back to the questions, will it help in avoiding mosquito bites also?
Yeah. So lemongrass and citronella definitely helps. So if your kids are going outside to play, if they've started doing that, you may want to take a bit of this balm and put it on the exposed, hands and legs when you're sending outside. This is definitely much, much safer than Odomos. I would not touch it with a barge pole. So this is something you can use, and it is good for mosquitoes, repelling mosquitoes as well.
Hair oil for kids with other oil mixtures.
Other oil mixtures?
I really can't make out what exactly Preeti is wanting.
I'm not, I don't understand the question.
So that's it for now. And I'm sure people will have more questions once they start trying out these recipes. Okay, there is this comment. I have attended a lot of online classes. Mentors may be very capable too, but this is the best class I can say in terms of explanation and query solving. Sunmeet, you're an amazing mentor, and Shweta was also very helpful. Every doubt has been cleared. We'll look forward to more classes with you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. And you guys have taken out 2 hours of your time over a weekend and spent with me, and I'm extremely grateful to all of you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for the encouraging words, Swati. And Preeti wants to clarify her question. I'll just allow her to unmute herself. Okay, Preeti, you can please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, hi ma'am. I love attending your sessions. They are so informative and so knowledgeable.
Sorry, Preeti, can I request you to put your video also on? It will be nice.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. No problem. Okay, hi ma'am. I love attending your session. This class I'm specially attending for my niece and nephews as they are very small. That's why I'm asking so many doubts. And ma'am, I'm asking in this hair oil, can I use mixtures of hair oil? Is it like with coconut oil and olive oil and other oils also?
Mixtures of which oils, Preeti? I didn't understand.
Ma'am, I mean to say like kids don't usually use single particular oil. Like nowadays, kids like fragrance and other things in their oils. So instead of using a specific oil like coconut oil or olive oil, can I use a multiple of oils in one bottle only?
You can, but with kids, I would not recommend you experiment with too many oils. With yourself, you do whatever. With your niece and nephew's mother, do whatever you want. But for kids, I would recommend that you stick to coconut and almond oil, mix them. If they want some fragrance, the lavender is the only safest essential oil meant for all ages, all categories, all diseases, for skin as well as hair. That is the safest oil. So if you don't understand what to use lavender. So if they want fragrance, use a bit of lavender and coconut and almond oil, maybe 400 ml coconut, 100 almond oil, mix it in a bottle. And instead of giving in to a kid's desires, spend time talking with them. I talk a lot with my son, so he knows more than, many adults my age. So just educate them. Like my husband
Okay.
says something very nice. He says, don't give people fish, teach them how to fish. So that's what I do in my workshop. So you give them you pass on this information to them. You tell them how harmful things are, and we don't want to do it. And if everything that we put on the skin or on the scalp gets absorbed directly into the bloodstream, and it could affect their brain development and everything, because hair is, it's just over the brain. So why
Yes,
would you
ma'am.
want to use something toxic? So just plain coconut oil, virgin coconut oil, food grade coconut oil, mixed with almond oil. And what I do in winters is, since you can't,
Use
use
coconut oil.
coconut oil from the bottle. So what I do is I pour this in a jar, in a glass jar with a
Okay,
pipe.
glass jar.
Then I
Okay,
use it. This is my moisturizer for winters. So
okay.
I don't leave, this bottle. This is like always in my bathroom. So summers, winters, whenever I need it, this is my go-to thing. Even if my son's skin feels a little dry, so he would use it. Even I keep it in a jar in all our bathrooms. So just stick to it. Don't give in. And kids don't know, they are
Okay.
dependent on us for knowledge. So give them that knowledge.
Okay. And one more thing, for healing balm, can we use it on small cuts and wounds also? Healing
Small,
balm,
huh?
small cuts and injuries.
It might sting a little.
Okay, okay.
That's up to you. You can handle the sting. But if it's a child that is involved, I would suggest do not experiment, because stinging, they might not understand, and they just might start crying, and you will not understand why they're crying. So ideally
Okay.
avoid it. If it is really cut or if some blood is coming out or something, avoid it. But once it is healed, the blood part is healed, then you can use it.
Yes, ma'am. That is what I was asking. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So Swati is asking where can she find schedule of all the classes conducted by you. So Swati, I've shared the link on the group. You can all Sunmeet's workshops and even e-learning courses. So Sunmeet already has e-learning courses with us on skincare and hair care. These are very comprehensive courses, and a lot of recipes and a lot of background information and knowledge sharing videos are also there. So all those courses and workshops, like we're also coming up with a aroma candle making a workshop with Sunmeet towards the end of this month. So those all those workshops and courses are listed on that link. You can check that out. So Swati says, I would opt only for e-learning because I'm from Hyderabad. Yeah, you can definitely opt for e-learning, Swati. You can check out the link that I shared in the group. So with this, I think we should now, we're towards concluding the session. It's already 20 minutes beyond the scheduled time. Sunmeet, thank you so much for sharing and demonstrating these amazing recipes. The session was very informative, and I'm sure everyone is going to be trying out these recipes and definitely taking their first steps towards making safer products for the little ones. So interesting comments coming your way. Thanks for the very informative session. Gratitude. We find such good mentor. Thanks a lot, and please share link. Yes, of course. The links that we discussed during the session and the PPT.
The extra links, just send me the names, Shweta.
I will.
I'll send the links with you by today evening or tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. And all that we will compile and we'll be putting it in the group, as well as we'll
put it in the ebook also,
in
so
ebook
that
also. We'll update the ebook. Yeah. We'll update the ebook with those links and share it with you all, and the recording of today's session should also get uploaded soon. And of course, all this information we will share with you on the WhatsApp group. So Sunmeet, thank you so much once again for the session, for taking up all the questions. And of course, you've heard such good words and, encouraging.
And thank you to you, Shweta, for wonderfully moderating it all.
Thank you so much, Sunmeet. So nice of you. So like I mentioned, recording of this session will be shared shortly. And you can keep asking your queries for another month via email. So naturalbeauty@wellcure.com is the email address where you can write for any queries that you may have, even share pictures of any recipes that you'll be trying out. And thank you everyone for joining us today and making the session very interesting, by interacting and asking all those questions. So with this, we'll conclude the session. Thank you, everyone, and bye-bye.